everybody. I totally.
Because you came in hot.
I did come in hot.
And you don't have your right mic selected. That's why you hot potato.
I did hot potato it. I'm going to yell until I switch, just for pure comedic purposes. Sound like the old Balkan guy. Huh? What?
All right, there we go. We should be back. Everybody. I'm
good.
about to elbow the hell out of somebody.
Congratulations, you exactly sounded like the old Balkan guy.
I know. Hey, Yildiz did what?
I got a couple of Balkan stories actually from this week, and we have stories from this weekend. Well, me and Dave do. I don't know what Dash did. I imagine you just worked. Didn't really do anything cool. I don't know. You do anything cool?
I managed my first game.
Oh, there you go. Oh, he's on the touch line because he's injured. He's doing it.
Instagram. Follow Dash on IG, but don't spam it.
Yeah, don't spam it. No, I managed. I was assistant managing my semi-pro team, and I was sitting there watching it, and I said, "Nope, I'm not retiring."
Nice.
Because
Awesome.
that was the main thing. I was just kind of like sitting there. I'm like, all right, do I still have it in me? Do I want to am I like still wanting to play the game again? And I was sitting there watching it, and I'm like, no. It was hilarious because ball came over to me, and I kind of like how like managers like trap the ball. I was wearing my boot, and I trapped it with my boot. Like I caught it with my foot in my boot, and everyone's like freaking, oh my god, don't do that. I'm like, huh?
Well, they're concerned.
I know. It's like they say, it's not about protecting Dash from the world. It's about protecting Dash from Dash. And Yildiz's elbows.
Yes, we are always our own worst enemy. We're definitely going to talk about Yildiz. That clearly the hot topic. Anytime there's a red card, there's always going to be a discussion.
Is it though?
Yeah, it will be. A little bit.
Because I'm kind of curious to get like your guys' thoughts on it because we haven't talked about it at all. So like this discussion is raw.
Dash, my brother. From me, you will get zero thoughts because I didn't watch anything football related at the weekend, except for I listened to Liverpool and how they bettered Tottenham 5-1 and won the league. I listened to that because my cousin who was in the car with me wanted to know that result as well. So I wasn't able to listen or to watch Juventus on my way back.
Let me ask you this. So how many minutes did Chiesa play?
He got hold up. He got a jersey that said 2025, 26 champions. So let's see if he finally gets some minutes now that
he might. I think he will.
If he doesn't, then Arnie Slot hates him.
He does anyway. So let's see though if he plays him too.
Yeah, he needs one more. He needs one more appearance.
I forgot what it was, but you can register an X amount of players to get medals.
34.
34.
39.
Might have been that. And I think technically here he is qualified because as soon as you step on the field, you are qualified.
You need 5 appearances. I looked it up.
Sure?
I was petty. I googled it.
That petty. Got that. Okay. Well then.
Of course.
Well then, fitting.
He's super. Yeah. This is Dash talking about.
You need 5 appearances.
Go and win a league title, Federico.
I know. That's for me. I'm just cheering for Chiesa to win a league title by stepping on the grass one more time.
No, so I wasn't involved in Juventus in any shape or form this weekend. I'm just here for the fun of it. I will listen to you guys. I have my protein bagels ready because I got off freshly from my workout. So, you guys,
what a hipster. Okay, at the end of this, we'll get into our weekends a little bit. I know you guys are raring to go with the footy stuff. Before we get into the Juve, this just happens, and it's big enough. It's footy. Carlo Ancelotti. He is going to Brazil as of June. So, pretty much right away.
Xabi Alonso, Real Madrid. Is this what we're waiting for now?
This is what it's looking like, yeah.
So, yeah, I get it was kind of expected. We talked about this months ago.
Yep.
And, yeah. Will Brazil be good again?
No.
He knows how to coach a bunch of prima donnas.
Yeah. No, this thing is already like for 2 years in the works. Like every other season, we were hearing, "Oh, Ancelotti will leave Real Madrid. He will leave Real Madrid," and while my internet is gone, now it's looking like it's finally happening, and that he will coach the Brazilian national team. And yeah, my guess is that they. Oh, my guess, like the experts and the reporters are saying that Xabi Alonso will replace him, and I think that's the logical step, because who is there right now that you would take for a job like that? Like they will try to freshen things up. They will. My guess is Real Madrid will try to play a bit more of a tactical game. So Xabi is perfect for that. Like they tried that, did that, and won with that philosophy of Ancelotti, with just know the strengths and weaknesses of all your players and utilize them to perfection. And now Xabi Alonso will have them. Yeah, will put them in a tactical corset where I think they will. Yeah, love them, hate them, but I think they will be successful under Xabi Alonso.
Oh, absolutely. I don't doubt it. I think that's more than likely the path for them. Kind of what Chris is saying here, right? Lazio and Bologna fumbled, which is kind of interesting because Parma pulls a 2-2 on the fascists,
They were
and
up
Bologna.
2-0. Man,
That's a hell of a fumble.
I thought Parma was coming away with it, but Lazio grabbed a couple.
Honestly, I thought we were fucked. Honestly, because I'm like,
I said it's hard for everyone. We're all gonna screw this up. We're all doing it.
yeah, but we're like collectively trying to fuck up, and then Lazio's like, "Oh, you're trying to fuck up? Let me fuck up even harder for you." Bologna, I give them a pass because they beat Inter last week. Like
Look at this though. Fiorentina, 8th position, 59 points. Right? If let's say Bologna lose and they win next week, well, all of a sudden Europa League for them, right?
Yeah.
Like anything, or any of the communist or the fascist teams there in between 6th and 7th. Anything could happen here, right? Like this is insane.
Roma terrifies me the most because they just haven't lost.
They're on a streak. Yeah, they're streaking huge.
Like I don't even remember the last time they've lost, like in Serie A.
And also, I think we are like Udinese, like love or hate them or whatever the case may be. They're not a pushover. Like they always give like big teams like problems, and Bologna is not even a big team, like in terms of the size of the club and wins at everything. So those results can happen. I don't think it is like Lazio is the proper disappointment. Like for Lazio,
Yeah, Lazio.
like
Well, I mean, they were up.
I will
were
take
up.
that, but got them. That is a bottle job if I seen one.
No, it was. Well, I mean, it's what they do. Where's Sven when we need him?
Yeah, no, it's we kind of said it too. We thought Napoli would, but here they are.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it was like Bologna like actually did pretty well. 1.42 expected goals. They were creating chances and opportunities. They had shots. They had big chances. Only one big chance, but I was surprised that Bologna didn't pull it off. Still, though, I mean, it gives us breathing room, but again, for us, it's still difficult because we're playing Bologna in Bologna this weekend, and then we're going to play in Lazio, and we suck away from home. And it just kind of makes me wonder, like, it's good that, if Bologna won that game, then they would have been up 2 points on us. And then if they beat us there, then we'd be out. Like it's pretty much dusted at that point. So they did us a solid, but now we kind of have to do ourselves a solid, and we're not doing ourselves a solid because utter stupidity, honestly. But do we? Yeah, fuck it. Let's just go into the game, right? So 2-0, right?
I mean, no one's a win at the end of the day.
It is. I'm still waiting for this discipline and maturity that Tudor was going to put on this team, but I guess Yildiz said fuck that.
So Monza is one of those teams that they're just a bunch of douchebags. And the ref, he was inconsistent throughout the game. It was frustrating at times watching him. Not trying to say he favored one team more than the other. It was that inconsistency once again. And you know what? What he did was wrong. We know what he did was wrong. There's no arguing that, really. He put his elbow up. It's a penalty. It could still go under review for more games.
Knowing our luck, it will.
It probably will. Mind you, there was another situation later in the game. I think it could have warranted a red card and was just a yellow. But regardless, Dash, what you always say, don't give the ref any excuses to put you in the books.
You're already up 2-0 against a side that's going to get relegated. Like that to me is just dumb decision making. Like it really is.
Dumb. It was dumb. It was a moment in time, though. He fucked up. Now, what I want to see is him just learn from this. If he learns from this, this is a positive.
What is it?
Right?
Like, I mean, sure, I guess, but like at that point, it's just like you've effectively hindered your team like badly.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And he's going to be his hardest critic. No matter what we say here, or Romano or Shiro or any of those assholes out there on the internet or on Sky Sports, whatever any of them say, he is going to be his hardest critic in this situation. He doesn't need anybody to tell him. If he's going to be an adult, if he's going to grow, he's going to take this situation and understand, grow from it, make that improvement. Because yes, he is that type of player where he will get harassed, especially when you're at a bottom feeder like Monza. They are going to play trash ball, and they played super trashy on Sunday. And it got into his head, and he made that mistake. Okay, grow the fuck up. Let's go. If this is a Tudor team, Tudor would have already had the conversation with him, and that learning point would have happened. Now we have to see how long he's out. But that's essentially what I want to see. If he grows, and now in the next situation, he is 19. He is still a Turkish 19-year-old. I mean, bam, tempers flare, right? We know that. Dash, you know what? You're Balkan.
Yeah, but I've never done that though. Like generally, no, seriously, like I've never done that.
Okay, well, I mean, I haven't done that in footy per se, but like in hockey, I've definitely made some stupid calls.
Like, I mean, have I tackled people hard when they've bought me? Sure. I've never straight up went wham like that. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just like he effectively kicked himself out of the two most important games in the remainder of the season.
Okay.
Like that
you
to
still
me
have to grow. It's stupid, but you grow.
No, yeah, I get it.
Do
am I sitting here like everyone on the internet, like all like everyone's like Yildiz is public enemy number one? No, like in my opinion, I don't even think Yildiz should have been put in this pedestal that he's been put on, in my opinion.
And that's my next point right there, is why the fuck are we so worried that our 19-year-old isn't going to be available? Why is our team hinging on one individual 19-year-old? If we can't handle the next two games, that's not Kinnan's fault.
We suck anyways.
No, it's easy. It's because sorry, like to go back to that again. But this is
funny.
Chris
is funny as hell. That's so funny. He's like, it's Yildiz's birthday. That's why.
Yeah.
Is it though?
And Bianco, yeah. We'll get into that. But Dave, go.
Yeah. No, Yildiz has his birthday is on Sunday, right? So
yeah.
I
That's
guess
hilarious. Oh,
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna call that
no,
one.
but
Still.
yeah, no, but my point is, look, he's a 19-year-old. They do dumb things like sometimes, right? Like it is an inexcusable foul, but like goddamn, like that stuff happens. What is inexcusable, or the worst part about this is being so dependable on him, because you thought that he will absolutely cook, and we said, no, man, take it easy on those children, man. Give them time to develop. Like, don't throw them into the sharks immediately. And we kind of did that.
Well, especially when your
this
27-year-old.
season.
Especially when your
we made him
27-year-old does it.
Yes, Yeah,
Like the
exactly.
whole Koopmeier situation. He's vacant right now. He's supposed to be that guy that's supposed to be like leading that midfield.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is he? Again, why are we relying on Kanen?
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
It's like, for example,
The team should be deeper. You should be able to absorb like a 19-year-old falling off your like off the team. Like Barcelona, for example, if Yamal is injured or Yamal has received a red card, I believe this season, and they still have Ferran Torres, for example, who they play on the right side sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they can play around, like or the next game, Gavi, for example, plays right midfield, a bit of a deeper role. Like you have to have like something to, like you have to adjust to situations, and maybe we will find somebody. I don't know who right now, like who's good in those roles, but yeah, man.
Well, I mean, right now
Like
you have
it shouldn't be as big as an outrage as it is. Like red cards, you put them down. Okay, it was a dumb red card. Like close the book. Like next man up. Like that is what it should be usually.
Yeah,
But
it will be. It
goddamn,
has to be.
the outrage is incredible.
I think it's funny. Like I find it hilarious in my opinion.
And
Like,
I am the guy that is criticizing Yildiz a lot, like for his performances and for people like making him something that he ain't. Like it's not like like I have been like only positive about him. Like I criticize him pretty heavily because he is like head through the wall like in most of the games. But goddamn, chill. Like these red cards happen. He's 19, 20. Like uh like think about what you have done at that age, man. I was a dumb child at 19 and 20. So goddamn, it's a red card.
Yeah.
In the end, we won the game. It didn't cost us that game. Goddamn, like prevail, like find another option for the next 2 or 3 games, or goddamn, even if he would be out for the whole rest of the season. Like you shouldn't be like doom and gloom with Yildiz being out, especially if you think like the options we have on the front line.
And he
So I
still
thought-
comes out with an apology, anyways. This is
I
the
thought
Italian
it was-
version.
I thought it was stupid.
This is what you
think
have
it's
to do
stupid.
at a corporate club. You do these things at a Juve.
No, you don't need to.
The problem is
It happened,
it was the outrage. It was the outrage why he had to do it, because all of a sudden everybody turned on him, man. Like he was the star by far of the season, and now like all of social media turned on him.
because that's
It's
the only
That's the problem, and
ridiculous how
that is why he did it.
just like that, like all of a sudden everyone turns on him. Like a couple weeks ago, everyone was just jerking off to these underage kids. Now what?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah, Primo, I know you don't like the whole apology thing.
No,
Yeah,
he shouldn't need to make a public
He
statement. Like
shouldn't have
he
to.
could have done it. What you do in these instances, you apologize to the team, to the coach. Maybe you give one apology to the media. That was dumb of me, and boom, that's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, move on.
Like it's nothing complicated.
But like,
No,
why?
but we
Why
have
do
to
we
make
demand?
we always have to make everything complicated because
This is X. I mean, this is we're pandering to children. Like, here's the thing: he is the 19-year-old. He is the child in this situation. And then everyone out there, I demand an apology because that 19-year-old soccer player that I watch on Sundays got a red card. Apologize to me. Fucking ridiculous, man. Like, just shake your head and realize that you are a bunch of grown men crying because a 19-year-old did a boo-boo. Fucking idiots. Shake your heads. Oh, man.
I don't know. It's like, and it's funny because it's just like now Colo scores and everyone's like coming out with reports and people are coming out with opinions like,
I'm gonna renew him. Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's get him. Loan with obligation. And like Nico Gonzalez has a good game. Oh, Nico Gonzalez this. And it's like, you guys were like trashing him for the last 3 months. Now apparently he's good. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Hey, we'll talk about those goals though.
They can't. they can't make their minds up on players. Every single player we get, no matter how good or how bad the player is, we make him the next coming of Jesus. And if it turns out that he's not that, we trash them, we want them gone, and then they have one good game. All of a sudden, they're Jesus again. They resurrected on Easter.
Yeah, this was a ridiculous goal.
Oh
I think it
damn!
was just it's terrible goalkeeping. I hate saying this, Dave. But
Okay, but still, he made a true strike from that range. You can't take that away from him.
yeah, it was on the ground. It wasn't like some top corner shot. Like, here,
No,
play it.
good. All right,
Play
So-
it for Papa.
he just runs poorly defended, poorly goal kept, but like
Yeah, it's
it's still
terrible.
a rocket from far range.
Still gotta take the shots though.
Like that's a nice shot.
It's a good shot. Just terrible goalkeeping.
I know a coach that would have said, "No, you pass that to the left side of the box, then you pass it back to the center of the box, then it gets intercepted."
Mata.
Okay, but listen,
You said that. I didn't say it.
there is more to this goal though. This is coming from winning the ball back in the midfield, and that to me is more important. Is the midfield actually doing something and getting it up to your forwards, and your forwards actually taking their chances? So there's more to than just Nico's brilliance. It looks like it was an individual situation here, but like somebody had to get it to him, right?
Prime two-door ball.
Right, and I believe it was Locatelli coming in with a tackle before that. So, kudos. I love going back in the play, how the play started, and too often when we get these replays, they show the fancy end game, right? Not how it actually built up. So, yeah, just kudos to the midfield on that build up. Look at the gap to pass to the left. Yeah, no, there was horribly defended. It was ridiculous. Monza did trash here.
Monza's terrible. like they're not even a Serie A club.
Well,
Like,
they won't be.
Bad. Yeah, they won't be. Like, that's how bad they are. Like, they had 45 minutes of a man up and they couldn't get one goal. That tells you that you are a dog shit because our defense is butt cheeks. like I'm keeping it honest with you, especially with losing. Well, granted, our defense might be better that we lost Lloyd Kelly. But like, yeah, they couldn't get one in 45 minutes. That's all you need to know about them. Like, Monza's a joke.
Yeah, Berlusconi's not giving them hookers anymore, so there's nothing to play for.
He's dead.
Exactly. I mean, so the spirit's gone.
But it kind of like, I mean, is there anything on the game else that was really anything like? Yeah, Kefren Turam, phenomenal. I have a hypothesis on why Italian talent sucks balls right now. And it kind of goes in line with Kefren Turam, and I have this theory, this hypothesis that I want to throw in front
Is
of
it
you.
because they don't go to the gym?
No, that's not it at all.
None of them.
No, I actually have it's like this theory that kind of involves social media and it involves Italian teams being stupid as shit. But we'll get to it.
Okay. Well, this is Kefren right now on the ball. Second goal here.
Wait.
I don't even know what to say. It was just like, where the fuck was Monza again on that one?
That Monza, I told you, Monza's garbage. But we have Dahl here, who we haven't seen in a while. There he is. I thought he left with juice on.
He last stream like for a couple of seconds, and that's it.
He pulled out.
This while I pump the weights, man.
You cannot just give the tip and leave, Dahl. It doesn't work that way.
And KB's coming in too. Very nice.
And KB.
Maybe everyone's here. But yeah, I mean, Colo had a pretty decent game. He created a few chances. That one bicycle early on got blocked off. That was a little moment of excitement. Another bad miss a few minutes later. Finally, I mean, if he missed this one, then I would put him in the crib back with juice on. I wouldn't even know what to say at this point.
Right.
Like it was just that easy of a goal.
I don't blame you, Dahl, at all.
Stopped watching.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like look where Colo is when he takes the shot.
I told you.
Is there anybody anywhere?
It's called terrible goalkeeping. You should not. You like that. The goalkeeper's in a terrible position.
Well, like
Dude,
no, the defense aren't even close
Dash,
to him either.
what
It's
is
horrible.
hold up. What is the look? I don't think I ever saw worse defending. The
No.
defender with the hold up. The defender with the number 5. I forgot his name, and I can't read
Is it
it on the
Caggiarola?
small screen. But he is expecting a pass, right? Like, look at his defending. He's playing the offside track,
I know.
offside
Is
trap.
he?
Like,
He's going the wrong way.
no, look at his foot. Like, he is literally not running. He stopped his run because he thinks like a pass is coming to the right side or somebody's cutting into the box, and he tries to do a offside trap.
He probably watched
Why
Shannon.
Kolo is there on that left half space inside the box with an open goal on the far
I
post?
don't know.
So bad.
That is so bad.
I just work here.
It's just like the goalie's
look,
he's
look.
not even close to getting the top.
Hey, no joke. Look, the defender with the 5, the ball is already in the net. He's still just jogging.
Yeah, that's Calderola. That's supposed to be one of their better players.
My God.
It's so bad. He's 34. That's veterancy on Monza for you. Oh, it was bad. And by all
that's
rights,
why they
we
get
should move on this.
relegated, man.
Yeah, they're bad.
They are atrocious.
The
Like,
only thing that put
atrociously
them anywhere into the game was the second half with 10 man down. Like, and we didn't even change formation.
No, but even then, like, what do they have, like, to turn
Oh,
over?
hopes and
to-
dreams.
Mata can do something.
I mean, if Monza was still the coach, they would have came back.
No, Danny Mata. Oh, you're saying sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Danny Mata.
You're-
I'm talking about.
you're,
You have to watch
you're
out for.
confusing your motas now.
Wrong Monta.
The other one's Mata, right? The one we don't like.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, who do they have? Like,
I'll bring it up.
I-
I mean, not much.
I know I have their like lineup in front of me, but who of those players like has the actual energy, finishing qualities? Like, goddamn.
Castro
Mota maybe like you
yeah.
said, like he scored here and there against us. But goddamn, like the rest of the team is
Buns. They're like
Fuck
kids.
Patania came on. Good old Patania. He goes to the gym, I bet. But he also eats a cheeseburger after he goes to the gym.
And
Oh, yeah.
probably like 2 shots of limoncello before he subs in.
Fortison was causing a bit
Hey,
of trouble.
whatever gives you the energy, Dash. Whatever gives you the energy.
Masturbates vigorously before coming on.
Yeah. Sensi. Only 3 substitutions for Juve again. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, speaking of Sensei, I remember when IFTV was saying he was like the greatest Italian midfielder to
Of course
come
they
out.
did.
Yeah, it never happened. Again, kind of ties into my theory that I want to touch on later.
Okay, we'll go over the stats quick, and then we can segue a bit because there's a few random things to talk about tonight. Here we go. So, I mean, Monza, once they were up, they basically did have the possession. I guess, long story short, we dominated first half. Second half, we played Tudor ball. 10 guys.
I kind of want to just take a moment and laugh at Monza and say you had full 45 minutes of possession and only had 3 shots on target. You're dog shit. I'm sorry.
They were not really shot.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing the same thing against Parma last week. So hold on, let me hold back my trash talking.
But they didn't do anything. Like, even when they had a shot, it was like,
No.
okay, straight to the keep.
That game, I want my 90 minutes back for watching that travesty. It wasn't even a Serie A match. It was like a training match, if anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're at the schoolyard and there's an uneven amount of players. So it's like,
No, it's just it's like you're the 8th graders playing against a team of 4th graders. That's pretty much what it is. And then one 8th grader decided to kick a 4th grader and gets kicked out.
yeah, funny. All right. Kelly injured, 10 days, reassessed.
Ah.
Well, that brings up the discussion who goes in. You have Locatelli that could go back. You have a Ball Savona? What do you do?
Bend over and clench your teeth.
And it might be a chance to get like Savona a few more minutes. He can play center back. We'll see.
I think you're better off just putting McKennie there. McKennie or Loco.
McKennie in the center.
It's a back three. McKennie could probably play wide.
Probably. But we'll have to see. That's more for the
Jamin
midweek
Dave,
show.
you are muted, my friend.
Yep. Yeah. I saw. No, honestly, at this point, just gotta use your most physical player, right? And like McKennie's a bit of a bulldozer.
Or you just sign Dahl to a 2-week contract.
Because Juventus don't do those. They will make it a 2-year loan with a buy obligation for 25 million, and our finances will be in this shit.
Well, maybe Dahl will drive 10 hours to turn to sign the contract.
Hey, if he does that, fans will love him. That's my starting center back, and
They will.
make him the captain because we lack captains, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta do to be beloved by our fan base. Just drive
Dahl's
for 10 hours.
He's like, I'm coming in for one stream in a while, and I'm just getting torched. Not even torched. I'm just
No,
glazing
why?
this man.
We just made him starting center back for Juventus, so
Yeah.
what the hell? I didn't trash him.
Because we can't talk about Dusan because Dusan's been sent to the ether. I don't even know if that guy's going to come back at who exactly.
I love how there's like new reports that Dusan might leave in the summer. Come on, guys, just stop it. You know,
We know he's gone.
idiots. Oh my lord, I hate it.
First thing I do, I'm breaking jaws. With what, my good sir? Your cat?
well, let's break it down, Dash. I want to hear your theory.
So I've been thinking about, like, for example, because a lot of people, there's this big debate that's going on social media, and it's also like I've just been seeing it, and when we've streamed, and then I've seen it like with other content creators, Italian talent, right? Like, for example, Sandro Tonali.
I don't know why, but for a second I thought you were gonna go the viral debate with can 100 men take a gorilla though?
Depends on who the gorilla is.
Oh my god.
No, an actual gorilla and 100 men, like 100 like average men with no weapons.
Like
Versus one
2025
gorilla.
men or like
How is that
cavemen?
how is that even a debate? The gorilla bends them over like a big old silverback gorilla.
People started making up shit like, okay, we will sacrifice the first 50, then we have enough limbs to get the bones and stab him and stuff like that.
These people are stupid because like a silverback gorilla with one fucking swing of its arm could fucking kill an average human. Are you
Yes.
serious?
Oh yeah, for sure. 100. He swarmed though. The whole swarm.
He could effectively have like 2 or 3 guys that he's strangulating while he's giving one back shots because he's a dominant beast. That's what he could do. Like,
but if they were let's say black belt jiu-jitsu,
you're still getting clapped.
Average man, 100. Just plain and simple,
the average man's
like,
getting fucked.
Hey Jamie, how heavy is a fucking silverback gorilla? How much does those motherfuckers weigh?
They're like a ton, aren't they?
dude, up to 250 or 300 kilograms, man. And pure muscle.
Yeah, they're like
Pure muscle.
1,000 pounds. How much is the silverback?
Oh, sorry, I don't know my pound.
I know. It's just
I know the right way.
Look at his feet.
You do.
You're gonna spend a full after dark on this.
430 pounds. Oh, that's
Dude,
not as big as
I love this debate because there are so many bad ideas. Like some are saying, okay, we will sacrifice 20 people, the other ones will jump on his back and like scratch his eyes out.
Good fucking
boy.
luck,
I would
man.
How did this go from so let's switch this around.
You see this debate is interesting.
Can 100 Italian football players
beat Yamal?
beat a monkey?
Dude, he will destroy them while he's sitting down. Dude, 100 Italian players? Dude, he doesn't.
No, I said a monkey this time, not a gorilla, a monkey.
Oh,
like those little ones that sit on your shoulder.
Dude, even if it's a fucking like what is King Julian from Madagascar? What kind of monkeys were they? A lemur? Is it lemur in English as well?
Lemur. He said
a lemur.
That was like we need 100,000.
He would slap the Italian players, man.
Okay, Dash, let's.
All right,
Sorry,
go on.
this
This will be an after dark, though.
I know, right? Just read all the theories. No, so I've been thinking about it, right? Like, for example, why have Italian players not done anything in the past 10 years? What I would say 2015 is like when you had a last decent crop of like an Italian core, because like 2020 doesn't count because it was just really Chiellini and Bonucci and that was it. But like the reason why I was thinking about it, and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, why does this make sense? Like there's a reason behind it. And then I started looking at transfer fees for Italian players. And I started doing some digging. And thanks to Sassuolo, because fuck those guys. You have this issue now where, and this is again, I think Serie A is very, very guilty of doing this, where Serie A has been inflating, or teams in Serie A have been inflating the value of Italian players, which is when they're going to these big clubs, they're being essentially sold for higher than what their value is, which puts an insane amount of pressure on these players to perform at levels that they're not ready yet, which is causing issues. And I think it's causing a huge issue for Italian players to develop fully, because I kind of want to turn to Khéphren Thuram. So when Khéphren Thuram came to the club, everybody expected him to be a leading light in the midfield? No. Was he like this next greatest thing?
Sorry.
So like was anybody expecting Thuram to be like this game-changing, elite, amazing player, yada yada yada? Like I'm saying like world class, right? Not really. And the reason is because his price tag, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, it's 20 million, if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't," right? Like that's kind of what the thing is. Well, if it was Khéphren Thuramini from Lazio or from Sassuolo would have sold him for 45, and then you would have had a higher case of expectations, and he wouldn't have been able to gel or settle in as much as he has, because this is where I start thinking that Marcus. But
Go on.
this is where I start thinking, and I'm like saying, and I'm like, okay, and I start seeing a trend. I start noticing a trend with Italian players is a lot of Italian players, sure, they start doing decently well at their provincial sides or their smaller clubs, but then it's like, okay, so now you look at him, and I'm going to use Locatelli. Locatelli's not when we purchased Locatelli, he was not a 40 million euro midfielder. He wasn't. 20, 25 tops.
By the way,
yeah.
tell me if I'm harsh here. But if we went to the trends, let's say Locatelli is still playing at Sassuolo right now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And we saw his performances that he's doing like with us right now at Sassuolo. Would you be spending 40 million right now on him?
No, it would be 20 to 25.
Look, I'm not saying that he is a bad player. Like far
no,
from that.
you're not.
But
you're not.
No. What he's doing, his playing style, he is doing the dirty work, and you're not buying that for 40 million
Exactly.
these days. Like if you want to destroy a guy that is defensively like a stout and focuses on that and not very much involved in build up play and what, then you spend like at the most 15-20 million, but we spend double, which puts again like puts pressure on him to perform and to perform as something that he is not.
And it puts really unrealistic expectations on them. And that's where I'm starting to notice a trend with a lot of these players, is that they get a huge amount of expectations and a huge amount of poise based off of these grossly, disgustingly inflated transfer values that make absolutely no sense. Because you can't, and unfortunately, it's going to happen to Fagioli. I think Fagioli is going to be the next victim of it, where he'll have 2 or 3 decent performances at Fiorentina, and guess what? Fiorentina is going to sell him for 60 to 70 million in 2 or 3 years. Like, I'm sorry, folks, but that's gonna happen. And whether we're the dumb club on the receiving end of that does it, then that's kind of, unfortunately, it is what it is. But the issue is, and I'm noticing it and it's predominantly in Serie A, and especially their content creators for Serie A. If an Italian player does one thing, if he shits and the shit comes out crescent shaped, he's apparently the next this or the next that or the next Messiah this or the next that. Remember that one under 19 Italian player that did well in the under 19 Euros? That's at Chelsea, and everyone's like, Juve should go buy him, and Chelsea was like, all right, pay 20 million.
Cesare Casade. Yeah.
Yeah, how's he doing right now? Is he worth that 20 million that Chelsea wanted originally? No.
Nope.
And that's
that name.
Exactly, because that's the issue.
By the way, he's on loan at Torino. Just wanted to say that.
And then again, you look at, like, for example, you look at Buongiorno, the center back that went to Napoli. His price tag, if we wanted him, would have been 60 million. Is he a 60 million center back? Fuck no.
He's honestly, he is a good center back, but he's not even worth the 40 that he went for to Napoli.
Exactly.
But Torino, it was Torino, right? Because
Yes.
I'm always like Salernitana, like Torino, all those like Burgundy-ish
They
like
look the
clubs. I
same.
always confuse
But
them.
that's why that was the one reason, because he was Torino, that he wouldn't come to Juve.
Yeah. And I forgot my train of thought. Sorry.
You're saying Buongiorno is shit and he costs too much.
No, he's not shit, but yeah.
Oh no,
like,
he's
even
decent.
No, but even for 40 million, it's too much. Like, he would be a center back. Like, imagine him. I think he's left-footed, right? Like, imagine Bremer, Buongiorno, and I don't know, on the right side, Handko, hypothetically, right? But it will never happen because the Italian clubs will rip us apart because they try to get the maximum value because we don't produce, or because Italian teams don't produce these talents anymore, like in big quantities. So the one that you produce, you try to make the maximum profit. And yes, Juventus right now is desperate for getting those players, so you put a bit on tax on top of it. That's what happened with Parisi, for example, when Empoli sold him. And then,
Look at
all right, we didn't even join that race. Fiorentina said, all right, bet here 10 million or 12 million with obligation, we'll do it. And they said, all right, because there was no other buyer than us. Like, we were the only ones that were interested, and then Fiorentina like cut through the line.
Well, let's look at our most overvalued or most expensive Italian player right now. Betting boy Sandro Tonali, 70 to 80 million.
I don't even think he's worth that much.
Honestly,
that's the price tag.
I don't. Like, I genuinely think, what has he done to merit that much of a price tag? Like, seriously.
No, he played good, but in my opinion, the best Italian player there is right now, like in terms of overall quality.
Barella.
Sorry, the two best, and we hate them both, is Bastoni. He's one of the best center backs in the world right now. I'm sorry, but he just is. Like, defensively and offensively, like the full package, he's one of the best center backs in the world, unfortunately.
If you play that style, like he plays the system well.
Yeah. And Barella, right? I don't think there should be an Italian midfielder valued over Barella.
I can 100% agree on that. He's probably the best Italian.
And I fucking want to clutch his face like every time
I fucking hate him. Hate him so hard.
But I think he is honestly the best, like, Italian player there's right now, and also, of course, then that makes him the best Italian midfielder. So he should be ain't he the highest valued? Didn't that
let's
change?
let's see.
He's 80 million right now. His value is 80 million.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at his transfer to Inter, 32 million.
Oh, he hadn't really broke up. That was a good move.
Well, his market value was 50 at the time.
Was it? What was the situation though now?
Well, and even when they purchased him from Calgary.
Calgary, yeah.
yeah, fucking hockey. Yeah, I know. He was 36 and Inter purchased him for 32.
Yeah, man. Like,
so it's like you look at it from that, and then it's like, again, I kind of want to throw on the can't wait until we play you guys. Stop it. You blew a 2-goal lead, Sven. Stop it, Sven.
No, they came back. They came back. They were down by 2. They came back.
Even if you fucking beat us, you won't pass us in the table because you're 10-something goals behind. So
Come on. You had a chance and you blew it.
Anyhow,
You can't even make fun of us for Parma.
All right, sorry, I will correct myself. You are 2 points behind, so if you should win, but
Jokes on
you will
him.
find a way to
Bologna's
bottle it as
Bologna
anyway.
is gonna beat us.
oh boy, I
You
hope
guys
not.
lost to Bode Glint. Kick rocks.
Hey,
But it was snowing, guys. It was snowing.
Dash, watch your mouth, Dash. If Bodo Glimt goes to the Europa League final, goddamn,
I'm only there for the Norwegian
dude,
girls.
they are playing Tottenham, Dash. They will go to the fucking final, and Lazio then will say, "Hey, we lost to the finalists, so
Well, that's
not
Lazio.
too bad."
They always lose to finalists. It's the story of their fucking franchise. But here, so this is a perfect example right here. Nicolo is actually worth that price tag. Sandro Tonali, from what he's produced and what he has done, is 45. For me, again,
45 is okay.
45 is a fair assessment.
Yeah.
80 million, fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Mm.
And that is why Italian players will never go to where they need to go. And that's why Italy is fucked until you stop overinflating and overhyping your players just because they have creamy shit.
Question though.
Yes.
Which one do you want to punch more? Just that face, that pouty face.
I don't know. I can't. Sandro Tonali reminds me of Adam Driver. I feel like I'm looking at Kylo Ren.
And I can't stand him. I hate Adam Driver. I can't even watch the Ferrari movie because he's in it.
I haven't yet, by the way. I haven't watched the Ferrari movie yet.
I want to, but it's got Adam Driver, and it's like, no, I don't like him.
And it's not like he's playing. It's not like he's playing like a side actor role. He's fucking Enzo
He's the main fucking role.
Yeah.
He's the main guy.
Because since you have transfer market open, Dave, type in Fratese. Let's look at Fratese's transfer.
Two T's.
Nothing.
He's not found. Oh shit, he doesn't exist.
Two T's,
one S.
and one S. Yes.
There he is.
30. So he's 32 million.
32.
That's his value. Sold for 45, effectively, I believe, around 45.
No, not yet. He's still on loan with obligation.
P31. Plus, they don't.
It was a 1 year loan.
Yeah, so loan plus, I guess.
23, 24. Oh, I thought it was a 2 year loan with obligation. I guess it was one. Okay.
So you see, like again, you look at that and it's just like,
and they were going to sell us to him for like 45.
Yeah, and they were going to sell him.
But even then, they got him below his value. So
ridiculous.
The only team right now that has been doing well and that has Italian players that are actually decent are going to be Inter with it, and then I would say Napoli a little bit, but no, the problem is, and it's going to be an issue, and I'm hoping that it changes and teams realize it. Stop overselling your fucking players, and teams need to stop buying them at that outrageous rate. Like if I was Juve and they threw 45 for Locatelli, I would just be like, all right, cool, see you later, I'm done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stop fucking buying in Italy when they overvalue everybody.
Because and this is where, like, for example, people are gonna be like, but Juve's Italian, we need Italian players and blah blah blah. They don't want to sell them to you.
And Primo Culture comes in the comments.
I understand.
Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. We need to be successful. It doesn't matter where the players are from right now.
We need to get Primo on and have this conversation.
You need to win football games, and you're not doing that if you build a team around these current Italian players. That's the problem.
Don't know. Primo's argument, if I could speak for him, is that he doesn't want these high valued Italian ones. He just wants a bunch of like cheap blue collared ones with a Conte to like.
Okay, but you think if we have a team of I don't know, Pinamonti as a striker, I don't know, Ricci as your defensive midfielder.
Yeah, it would basically be Lazio. I understand what you're saying.
No, hold on. That's fine as long as we are not paying prime prices for them.
No, of course. That's
my argument.
Yes.
Because if you, dude, that's fantastic. If you have like a Pinamonti as a backup, you have like a couple of fucking Zaccagni as a backup winger that you only paid 15 million for.
No, but Zaccagni is not one of the, like, I know it's an example, but
it's a blue collar.
he
I don't think
he's
he's elite though.
at his 30s now, I believe.
I understand that. But
yeah,
I'm saying,
as a
like, for
depth, as
example,
like a second stringer.
blue collar. I'm saying blue
Yeah.
collar Italians. If you
I
are
understand
not
that.
spending
Yeah.
if you're spending between 5 to
Yep.
maybe 20 million on the high end for those,
Yep.
I'm perfectly fine with
I
that. I
understand.
don't have an issue with it because
And then the
again,
wages too, super
the
cheap.
wages are cheap. You get them cheap, and again, they're blue collar, so they're generally hungry and they want to perform. And then you can splash on the luxury items and get those to round out your team. But you have your core with that, a la Napoli, or hell, even a la Inter. That's kind of how they built their team. My issue is that we buy a Pinamonte for 25 or 30 million, where he's clearly not worth that amount of money, but we do because he had 3 great, fantastic months, and we're stupid enough to do it. Dusan. So, like, we look at sorry, you guys don't amount to anything.
No, it was a joke.
You
It was a
guys,
joke.
you guys don't amount to anything.
The joke was that like we would have a bunch of shit players and play like shit and be a mid-table team like Lazio. That's what I was kind of getting at.
We love you, buddy. But like, I'm looking at it from that perspective because it's like, this is, and again, I'm going to throw Lazio in here because Cairo doesn't want to sell players without rubbing someone off the wrong way, because this is what it is. I understand it's a business, but if you want Italy and if you want a crop of Italian players to move on to the next thing, these mid-table clubs need to understand, okay, maybe I shouldn't hold these kids ransom because you're fucking their careers. Like, you seriously
They don't care. They don't care about their careers, though. It's not about that.
Because I'm looking at this and it's like, it is insane how Italy, for some reason, it's just like, how is Italy not able to make a crop of decent players? England has done it. France has done it. Fucking Spain is doing phenomenally right now. Germany's turned it around. Yet out of all of the Power 5 or Power 6 countries, Italy is almost like, to me, it's just like, what the hell is going on here?
Hey, listen, Giorgia Maloney's making deals with Trump, all right? Where Italy's going to be great again.
Yeah, hopefully they get like actual players again, because this is where I kind of fall into that argument where like you can get into the, like, I understand that Juve is an Italian core. It's always been an Italian core. I don't disagree with that. The problem is everybody knows that and they're holding you ransom now for it. When you have Gentoli, when you have Elkin be the buffoons that they are, I want an Italian Juve. I want an Italian Juve. Guess what? Italian clubs are sitting there saying, we're about to fucking rob these bitches blind. Like, that's the mindset that they'll have. And guess what? We've already had a track record of doing stupid things like that. Locatelli, prime example of us overpaying for him. Watch, I guarantee you, if Fagioli pops off at Fiorentina, guess who's going to be knocking on the door first to buy him for a stupid, outrageous sum?
Brighton.
These guys.
No,
Brighton.
Brentford, Everton, one of those.
So I look at it from that, and it's just like the only thing that we've done that's decent is sending Moretti on a loan to Genoa, and that's it, really, because at least we know that we get them. English players are overrated and all media hyped.
Yeah, them as well. We're not saying they're not.
Of course. No, we are not doubting that, but still, like, compared to these Italian players, like, the English talents are
Here's the
head and
thing.
shoulders above. Like, if you go like that 20 to 24-year-old like English player, they're head and shoulders above the crop of Italian players in between 20 and 24 years old.
Here's the issue with that, right? Say all you, yes, we won Euro 2021. But out of the other international tournaments that have transpired, how's Italy been doing?
Have they been in them?
Have they been in any World Cups in the last 8 years? Nope. So it's like, we can sit here and we can trash English players all we want, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like, I hate England. Like, I hate the team. I hate the way that they do shit, but I'm sorry, but I would take Jude Bellingham any day.
Bukayo Saka is 20 years old, or 21 by now. And he is one of the best wingers in the world already. Tell me an Italian winger that is on his level at that age.
Chiesa.
No, he is above that age group. No, but even then, even if he would be there, like, yeah, okay. Bellingham is 21. Name me an Italian midfielder that is on Bellingham's level right now.
Is anybody? Come on, is anybody on his level?
Yeah.
Hell, Declan
And
Rice is playing out of his fucking mind.
yeah, and I believe he's 24, right?
They're not even English. Jesus, that's something
Well,
that Ciali would say.
well, that's yeah.
That is such a left. Yeah, but like again, it's just like I would take Harry Kane any day of the week of what we have up top.
Mhm.
Any day of
Oh
the
yeah,
week.
absolutely.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's like I
no
look
argument.
like what outside of maybe Bastoni and Barella, like who on that national team is like, okay, this guy's fantastic. He's a franchise player. He is a team core player for a big club.
Mm.
Let me read the Italy roster right now. We've got Daniel Maldini. Yeah, he's a great
Well,
Daniel Maldini.
He's 24, I think.
He is great, right? He's great.
Well, he's just breaking out now at 24.
Politano?
No.
Rategui? And here's the crazy
maybe, but he's Argentinian
he's-
no,
anyway.
but here's the crazy thing about it though. Like the players, like again, Bastoni, he's an Inter player. Donnarumma, PSG. And I'm saying like, and again, Barella, Inter, those are probably the only like elite players on that roster.
So Tonali would be probably in there for Italy, like,
Yeah.
but even then, like Declan Rice is so much better. And I believe the same age, right? Like Tonali and Declan Rice, they're about the same age. So
I
it's
think Declan's better than Tonali in my opinion.
no, Declan hands down is better. I'm just saying like that would be
Hey, let
Yeah,
Tonali play a full season.
It depends. He might bet
but
the over under if we do that. That who's better, Tonali or Declan? He probably puts the over on it.
Yeah. DeMarco, no, he's not top level. He's good. He is good.
DiMarco, no, he is top level.
He's good.
He
He's
is.
good.
He
But
is
he's
top
not on
level.
it.
As a
He's
winger,
not on the
yeah.
roster. I'm going off the current roster. I don't think he's on the roster because he's injured. Well, he wasn't on the recent.
No,
I
think
guess he could.
Was he on?
Now he's technically back playing for Inter. Like since I believe he returned for the return leg versus Bayern. That was his
But
debut.
he's not elite though. Like he's good. He could start.
Honestly, I think he's like I don't want to say world class. That would be crazy, or a bit like too up front. But I think he's class. Like he's one of the best in Europe. I think honestly.
Yeah, he's up there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not putting him on a pedestal.
Again, the issue with the Italian clubs and integrating young players is because they force these smaller clubs force sale, or these sales get forced at ridiculously high prices, and these players can't integrate properly. You want to know the last coach that I saw that knew how to integrate young talent quite well into a team?
Pirlo.
No.
Sorry.
No. He was public enemy number one, who did a phenomenal job of integrating young players into his roster.
It is what it is, man.
Starts
We are
with
repeating that every week. But
I know. I love it. But
it is what it is.
because that's kind of how it works. When you build your team and you have young players or a young player come into the system, you want that player to have the least amount of pressure as possible to perform so they can get their feet wet and get their teeth synced into it. When you are selling players at a ridiculously high level or a ridiculously high amount, you're forcing them to have expectations that don't make sense. Yildiz is a prime example of that. Because, like, for example, I'm going to throw in, we're going to have a brief comparison between Yamal and Yildiz. Because Yildiz is being glazed at Juve as the next Del Piero, the next this, the next that, and yada, yada, yada. When you look at Yamal's got a track record. He has a track record. He has done it.
Yeah.
He's done it on the international level, and he has done it on the club level. Yildiz has not even scratched that. Yet we have made this kid into something, in my opinion, that he is not yet.
And it's definitely the fan base, the Juve fan base. So usually, like when you go and you load up FIFA and you look at some of these players, especially the young ones and their potential.
Yildiz is still
it's like he's not good.
Did he break the 70 finally?
Yeah, I think 72, 71 or something. Yeah, but like, and that's the thing. You look at Arda Güler. I actually on my save traded yield is for Guler, because he's not glazed on the international level at the fuckboy
higher
level.
potential.
You want to know what this Juve fan base reminds me of? It reminds me of prime
FIFA
banter.
players.
No, it reminds me of prime banter era Milan from 2013 to about 2017.
Yeah.
Or Jeremy Menez, amazing. Luis Diaz, amazing. All these amazing, and they amounted to mediocre performances. And this is what Juve is like. This to me is pinnacle banter era, because it's like you glazed this 19-year-old so goddamn hard, and then now that he got a red card, because your glaze is turned into
You
resentment.
already jumped ship.
Yeah, you've already jumped ship.
If
And
you
it's
had
like,
been consistent, cautious, like talk good about him when he has done good, but criticize also when he is when he didn't perform. Maybe if your commentary out there would be a bit balanced, it wouldn't hit you as hard as it did. But no, you set
Nope.
your expectations wrong, and goddamn, you fell flat on your faces.
And
'Cause
that's
you
what
were-
happened. And that's, again, that has been the methodology, the method to the madness at Juve, where you buy someone for 40, 45 million, don't pan out that way. And here's the crazy thing about it was, like, for example, the Pogba transfer. It was a free transfer. In my head, I was just like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, because it was a free.
There was still too much money involved in it.
It was,
That's
but I'm saying
that's
still
the
at the
truth.
end. Exactly. But, like, for example, when I'm looking at it this, where it's like 45 million for Lokan, I'm like, dude, you need to be stepping forward if you're worth that much. But he wasn't. And unfortunately, Sassuolo, and honestly, I really blame Sassuolo for it, because Sassuolo started it and they got away with it.
Mhm.
And then now everyone else is doing it.
And it's funny, like, we all lauded them at the time for the great deals that they were doing, and they were getting their money, doing what they needed to do, and they sold it all, and now they're in Serie B, so go fuck themselves.
Yeah, and by the way, that is what they have to consider as well. Like, yes, you can sell your talents for 30 to 40 million to other teams and cash out, right? Sorry, cash in. But at a certain point, you're selling all your assets, and if you don't keep like any of them to yourself, you lose your competitiveness. Sorry,
You
I
got it.
always get hung up on those long words. No, but like you lose all of that. You lose your edge. All right, you gained a couple of million, but you lost your team. You lost your talent. You lost your potential. You lost your upside. And dude, and the talents are moving now countrywide. Like, for example, a young talent growing up in Sassuolo. Let's say he is at a small, like, town level team, right? Like at a youth team or something. Like, now you have the other teams like that are scouting European wide, like Italian wide. Like, you will have like Juve scouts, Inter scouts, Milan scouts, even Atalanta now, Fiorentina scouts. Like, watching those young players, and those young players will not play for your club. And because you sold everybody, you're showing also young talents, all right, I guess we don't have a future here. And you show them that you are not planning with them long term. It's at maximum like midterm. Okay, you will keep them for 2 or 3 years, and as soon as you have the possibility to sell them on, you get rid of them. And now they have the possibilities to jump that step, and that's what they are doing. They're immediately going to the next gen. They're immediately going to, goddamn, dude, Bayern is nobody's talking about it because, like, no, there's not a big interest in young player movements that join like the under 15s, under 16s, and all of that. But Bayern is buying European wide, like they're buying in fucking Japan and China and like in the Balkan region. They're buying talents from everywhere for minimum prices. And if they don't turn out, they don't turn out. But if they become like good talents, they got them. I don't know, a small Italian like child, 15 years old from Sassuolo, or whatever, got them for 50K. Told his family, all right, we will find you a house here or something, or an apartment you can live in, and we will give you a job or whatever in the club, or we will help you paying the rent for it. And that's how young talents move these days. And if you sell your own for that amount of money, you're showing that there's no future, and that then you're in a downward spiral. Of
I
course,
heard,
they will get up because Serie B is that bad, right? But goddamn,
I heard all the young talents move through Diddy's basement.
and through Kanye's
And
now.
he's broken.
And Shannon Sharp apparently too.
Goddamn.
And Shannon Sharp.
Age
Yeah,
gap, young tap, Lakers and five.
yeah, we did a little short on Shannon Sharp.
know.
Okay.
Hey, now it seems like Wolves in 5.
Oh yeah, Wolves and five.
Oh man.
And Anthony, you know, if Canadian Dave watched Anthony Edwards play basketball, I think he would change his opinion on the NBA.
I'm not saying there's not tough motherfuckers out there.
He's not just a tough motherfucker. He is the motherfucker. Like he's
so
like
there's one of them.
he's enough. I'm sorry, Anthony.
We got one.
The amount of trash talk that Anthony Edwards does is fucking incredible.
Dude, he's literally like in that movie that I forgot the name. I watched the movie, but I forgot. Like,
Gosh, I can't. I so hope
he
they
is
knock
he
out
is
the
good.
Lakers. I hope they knock.
He's a proper player. Like he's an actual like old school basketball player. Like
Yeah, I just-
attitude, his playing style. He's shooting a lot of threes, but it's not his main playing style. Like he's shooting a lot of mid-range jumpers. Like his game is like
He is.
shockingly similar to Michael Jordan. If you think
Yeah.
about how
It's
similar
because
he looks, like his
he's
face and
his
stature
kid.
and everything.
He's MJ's. He's
Dude,
MJ's. kid.
I swear, Dave, Google Anthony Edwards and tell me that he doesn't look like or doesn't seem like a clone of Michael Jordan.
He dunks on people and puts his nuts in their face. That's everything Canadian Dave likes.
Checks out. And he
Yeah.
plays for Minnesota.
There we
So,
go. Dave's officially a
Frankie.
Minnesota Timberwolves fan.
No, I'm an unfortunate Toronto fan
Why?
because it's where I grew up.
Who cares?
What I
You can
do.
switch teams.
No, you can't. You know, let's do that. Who the fuck are you? You can't change teams.
Where's the fun of in sports if you have done that?
Fucking
Yeah, you
bandwagoner.
know,
You can't do that.
I'm not bandwagoning. I'm still a Pistons fan, by the way. Fuck New York, but God, those refs were terrible. Game 3 and 4. Jesus Christ, that was a fucking foul.
You don't know the fun of supporting a B-tier German team that gets promoted, relegated, then promoted, and 2 years relegated, and then goddamn, you don't know that struggle, man.
This is it right here. You want to watch men? Want to watch some dudes just like smash each other?
No, I'm pretty heterosexual. I'm good there.
I don't know what your thing is against hockey so much. You're a
You just
Red
said
Wings fan.
no. You
You
just
just-
said you do you want to watch two dudes smash each other, and I said I'm good. Context.
Sven, you're just gonna have to watch like the first few minutes.
Oh,
We
by the
already
way,
did it.
another point on that, because I said it will be a great move for Xabi Alonso. I honestly don't know how good it will be for Ancelotti of Brazil, because I think what Brazil needs is a tactician.
He's there for the booty.
Yeah.
He's just there for his cash, and the reports are saying that Brazil is giving him basically the same that he's earning at Real Madrid.
He's going
Dude.
for a vacation. It's retirement. Leave him alone. He's fine.
Fuck me, I would move to Brazil for that.
Of course you would. I would.
God damn.
Fucking right.
Yeah. No, but
And
I
yeah,
think Brazil needs a proper tactician, because they don't have a tough team. They have still the good talents though.
They become
and
irrelevant though.
couple
Does it
good
like
players. Yeah.
it's not like back in the day when people respected Brazil. It's just they're
Yeah.
just
No,
another
it's
team.
not that anymore. That's why I think like you have to put some tactical yeah,
No,
Right.
it's because I used to hate Brazil, right? And now Messi and Argentina's there, so I have that South American team that I hate.
Yeah.
Brazil can just be irrelevant. They're fine. Just let
Yeah.
Carlos have a fucking retirement vacation. It's cool. They're
But
irrelevant.
Brazil was always like a sympathetic hate, right? Like,
No, I just fucking hate them. Just didn't
oh
care.
yeah, okay,
Never liked
okay.
them.
No,
Yeah, I mean, because
for me,
remember
I
'94.
still had okay. No, I still had sympathy for them. Maybe it is because that was the time I grew up in.
No,
But
it
I
was
watched
it
all
was my
those
first
players, and
hate.
I had oh crazy. All
Yeah,
right.
because it's Baggio's fault, but my first hate.
You know, they never let that guy
Well,
live that down.
my first hate in sports was Fernando Alonso.
You go, fucking Spaniard. Not hard to hate. Spaniards, yeah, they could. I mean, Spaniards, I love them, but you get
No,
a bad
it
Spaniard and you're
was
bad.
that was just solely Alonso. I hated him and his character, and I still do to this day.
I like.
My first hate in sports was that 2008 Barcelona team.
Just
Oh,
because
I'm
why?
they
the
destroyed
What was it
football for
specifically?
Dash.
Just
They destroyed football.
that just destroyed it for you? You were done.
they pissed me off for footy. Like honestly, like Lionel Messi and that Barcelona like ruined football for like 4 or 5 years for me. Because like that game
Honestly,
at Chelsea was fucking disgusting. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Like they were trying so hard to push that because like they wanted to usher in, and this is a tinfoil hat theory for me here. I felt like they wanted to usher in the Messi era so goddamn hard that happened. Like that Barcelona team, yeah, you could say that the players were elite, but like the amount of like glaze that Messi was getting for those 4 to 5 years just ruined it for me so bad.
So I mean, this checks out because I like to hate Argentina now because of Messi. You hated '08 Barca because of Messi.
Because it's just the amount of shithousery that Barcelona did during like in wrestling terminologies, it's like Triple H's reign of terror. Like that's how terrible it was. Because it was just the amount of catering that like I remember 2011 Arsenal with Robin van Persie getting that second fucking red card or yellow card for him shooting the ball after being offside. And he's like, I couldn't hear the whistle. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Yellow card, you're done. And then Barcelona was able to overcome the tie there. Like, also the remontada against PSG, the amount of fucking favors they gave Luis Suarez, the shoulder tackle that Danny Alves did to Pogba in the box when we played them in the final. Like, I cannot stand that. I could like Barcelona ruined. Like, I don't want to hear the shit that Real Madrid this real. No. Barcelona in their reign of terror is worse than any other club's ever done when it comes to horse shit and shenanigans. Like watching Barcelona was the epitome of watching a Roman Reigns match when Roman Reigns was the WWE champion.
Oh,
Because there was
I swear, I wanted to say the same thing because um, Primera Division, that was as it was called back then, and FIFA and UEFA were trying to push like that Barcelona team harder than WWE tried to push Roman Reigns all those years when he was still the big dog. God damn, man.
like that
For
irritated
your
the
for your
hell out of
wrestling
me.
fans out there.
Because like for example, 2010, Wesley Schneider should have won the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, he was an Inter player, but Wesley Schneider was the best number 10 in football that year. Was fucking incredible. Goes all the way to the World Cup final, and they gave it to Messi.
How fucking
Why?
mad was it? How mad was it when Lewandowski at Bayern finally had the chance to win the Ballon d'Or? All of a sudden, UEFA said, "Oh no, not this year. There wasn't enough football."
Wasn't enough football,
Fuck you guys.
and then guess what? They still
He won the fucking Champions League dash, and he didn't get the
the
Ballon d'Or.
treble. He won the treble.
He won the treble. He won the Champions League, and what do?
They gave it to Messi the year after. For what? Because he had the most goals and assists in a really mediocre Barcelona side that didn't win anything. Like that's what was and that's what irritated me, like especially during like the 2008 2000. I want to say 2008 to about like 2012 Barcelona. Like they were getting everything and anything towards them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm doing.
that was a hard time in football, man.
Okay, I'm doing my last rounds of checks on. Oh yeah, that's right. That was funny. This is X. Benucci does the marathon in
Oh,
London.
that one. Oh, that is. By the way, that is the pettiness that I love. That is the
Oh,
level
man.
that I approve of, man.
This is so funny. He's got his Euro medal.
Respect for that, Bonucci. Respect for that.
Just runs 42 kilometers just to say fuck you. Love it.
And eat a pasta.
Of
in
course, he
London.
pasta. Because he always had the eat pasta celebration, right?
Yeah, man.
Fucking love it.
Yeah, man. That's great. Respect for that. Respect for that.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? I mean, there was no real news other than just the post game, honestly, for
No,
coming through this weekend.
Bayern is basically a win away from clinching the Bundesliga. PSG already clinched the French league. Liverpool clinched the Premier League yesterday. I think who was it? Like there are a couple of leagues about to be decided. Oh, La Liga, Barcelona has now a comfortable lead of
Italy
4
is the
points
most exciting,
basically.
honestly. This year,
Yeah,
it is in Italy.
Italy is the most interesting right now. I agree.
Okay, so I don't know. Do you guys have anything else before we do one last glaze? I have one last glaze before we,
Go for the guys.
because I mean,
Oh my god.
just watch it.
Oh no. Oh no. I
Here, I'll put the sound on. Tudor. All right. Oh, that's all I got.
We wanted to fire him a week ago. Oh, okay. That's me and Big. That's Dash taking a call.
Oh, that's why he's gone. He took me off. And I was trying to put myself on, and then I put him. Oh boy. Okay. That was a good way. That was a good way to I guess we're gonna end it now on that embarrassment. We started this one embarrassing.
Yeah.
We're gonna end this one embarrassing.
And we ended it that way.
It was fun. It was good.
Yeah,
Right.
it was
I
a
guess
good
on
one.
that note,
It was fun talking to you guys, man.
yeah, it was like and subscribe. We're gonna do the super awkward. As well, I can still see Dash. I'm watching his lips move. We'll catch up with
And
him later.
everybody, thank you for subscribing, because like the past
Bless
couple of days we had like a decent amount of people subscribing to the channel. So like and subscribe. Continue with that. Thank you to everybody of you, even to Sven, because we are appreciative.
Everyone.
By the way, this is no joke. We are appreciative of everybody, and slowly and surely we will try to implement even more football, because for example, I'm watching way more other football from other leagues than Italy, because I watch like solely the Juventus games, or when there's, I don't know, a big derby della Capitale or whatever, like something like that. I'm
You see that
watching
one
those.
because Sven's here. So of course,
Yeah, I'm saying that so solely that was solely for him. Yeah, man, and we are appreciative of friends from every team, man. Look,
Absolutely.
I am a Juventus fan, but Juventus is my like second love.
You're
Like
depressed.
my main team, you may see it there with all the scarves, the first jersey I have,
It's
like
your
all the
employer.
other jerseys
I
I
mean,
have, like yeah, but also it's my favorite team I grew up.
it is your team. We
I
will.
grew
We
up
are.
with.
Well, I mean, there's only a month left of this shit. We're gonna expand out into the summer. I mean, the summer. Things change in the summer, right?
Yep.
But no, that was great. It was a good weekend. I figure we're gonna save our weekend stories for the midweek. Why not?
I agree.
I'm wearing the hat.
Yep.
Eddie pointed it out. 72 seasons. You metalheads know what that's about. If you've seen the shorts, you know where I've been, and where Dave has been, for that matter. And
No,
Dash
I haven't
back.
posted shots. That was just a throwback from the
Oh,
Valencia
it was a
game.
throwback. Yeah, it
this
was a
summer.
throwback. Right,
Yeah,
right.
that was.
I was like, oh yeah, he was. Anyways, got me confused. I might have had a couple drinks this weekend too, but again, that's for many.
And it's still, it's
we
still wearing
all
on
had
you right now.
We all had. Hey, you have to play darts drunk, right? So I got the.
How do you not?
Yeah, it goes.
It is an
hand in
English
hand.
sport.
It is dude. It is legally performance enhancing in darts. So why not?
Shit. All right. Well, man, we pretty much like did the outro. So
Yeah, man.
Like and subscribe.